a quiet night, and the 3 a.m. question. Welcome to today's video. Thank you for taking a moment out of your day to sit with me, whether it's during a peaceful morning or a relaxing afternoon. And perhaps something familiar has been happening lately. You find yourself waking up at 3 a.m. No alarm, no noise, just suddenly awake. You glance at the clock, let out a quiet sigh, and wonder, why am I awake at this hour? If this happens to you often, you're not alone. This is actually very common among older adults, and it's not necessarily a bad sign. In fact, many people after the age of 50 begin to experience significant changes in their sleep patterns. But the real question is this normal? Does it affect your health? And what can we do about it? Before diving into the science and biology behind this phenomenon, let's take a moment to reflect on how the body changes as we enter our 50s and 60s. The time leaves noticeable marks on our physical health. You may start to feel more knee pain after a walk, fatigue after standing for a while, or notice that digestion isn't as smooth as it used to be. These small changes are normal, but they're also gentle reminders that our bodies need more care and attention each day. Did you know that after the age of 50, our bones begin to lose density? Osteoporosis becomes more common in older adults, especially in women. Even a minor slip can lead to serious consequences if bone strength isn't maintained. On top of that, our circulatory system also changes. The heart works harder, blood pressure may fluctuate, and cholesterol becomes a more frequent concern. But here's the good news. You don't have to face these changes passively. There are many things you can start doing today to preserve and even improve your physical health. And the best part is, you don't need to do anything drastic. Just small, consistent changes every day can make a big difference. Imagine starting your morning with a gentle walk around the neighborhood. The morning sunlight touches your skin, and the fresh air encourages deeper breathing. Walking daily not only boosts blood circulation, but also reduces the risk of stroke and strengthens your legs and joints. If you can maintain that habit, even just 15 to 30 minutes a day, you've already created a miracle medicine for your body. Besides movement, let's talk about diet, something many people overlook, yet it plays a powerful role in overall health. After age 50, your body needs fewer calories, but more nutrients. This means don't eat more, eat smarter. Foods rich in calcium like yogurt, soybeans, and leafy greens support bone strength. Fatty fish like salmon provide heart-healthy omega-3s. And don't forget fiber from fruits and whole grains to support digestion, which naturally slows with age. That if changing many habits at once feels overwhelming, don't worry. Just start with one small thing. For example, if you often sit for hours watching TV, try getting up and walking around every 30 minutes. If you love salty food, begin by gradually reducing salt, replacing it with natural herbs. Change doesn't have to be sudden, just consistent. However, there are certain habits you should consider stopping right away, or at least rethinking. One of them is sitting too long without moving. When we sit for extended periods, blood flow becomes sluggish, legs may swell, and the risk of joint and muscle pain increases. Another habit is eating dinner too late or overeating before bed. This not only affects your sleep, but also leaves you feeling tired the next morning, worsening the issue of waking up early at 3 a.m. Also, don't overlook dehydration. Many older adults drink less water to avoid frequent trips to the bathroom. But in reality, our bodies need water to function, circulating blood, eliminating toxins, and more. Without enough water, you're more likely to experience headaches, poor sleep, and lingering fatigue. As you begin to reflect on these habits, remember, no one is ever too old to start taking care of themselves. It's never too late to change. Small steps can lead you to a healthier and more energetic journey ahead. Thank you for staying with me this far. You might be wondering, could my sleep improve if I take better care of my health? And that's exactly what we'll explore in the next part. Because sleep, especially waking at 3 a.m., is not just a physical issue. It also involves your mind, emotions, and the subtle changes in your brain as you age. Stay with me in part 2 of this video, where we'll open the door to the inner world, the place where sleep, emotions, and mental well-being all meet. When the mind speaks, sleep and midnight reflections in the previous part, we explored the physical factors that affect sleep as we age, especially the frequent habit of waking up at 3 a.m. But sleep, as you and I both know, isn't just about the body. It's a far more delicate and profound story, closely tied to the mind, emotions, and even the quiet memories within us. Have you ever lain awake in the dark while the rest of the world sleeps? Not because of noise, not because of pain, but simply because your mind wouldn't stop? Thoughts drifting through about your family, things that have passed, things left undone, or vague worries about the future. This is a very real part of aging. When the mind begins to function differently as we grow older, our brains go through natural changes. Melatonin levels, the hormone that regulates sleep, gradually decline. Our circadian rhythm, the internal body clock, also tends to shift earlier. This explains why many older adults feel sleepy earlier in the evening and wake earlier in the morning, often around 3 or 4 a.m. But beyond these biological changes lies something even more impactful: our mental health. Stress, anxiety, and depression. All these emotional states can directly affect your sleep. In fact, studies show that older adults are more likely to experience sleep disturbances due to anxiety than younger people. It might be worries about health, grandchildren, loneliness, or sometimes simply a feeling of loss of purpose after retirement. One common reason older adults wake up at night is the overstimulation of the mind during rest. When the world is quiet, the mind begins to speak, and sometimes it won't let us rest. So, what can we do? The first and most important step is to acknowledge that mental health is just as important as physical health. There's nothing wrong with feeling worried or lonely. But what matters is not letting those emotions build up without release. You can start with something simple. Write down your thoughts before bed. Keep a small notebook by your bedside, where you can jot down what's on your mind, what you're grateful for, or your gentle hopes for tomorrow. This small ritual can offer surprising relief. Next, try gentle relaxation techniques. Meditation, deep breathing, or soft music can calm the nervous system. You don't need to be an expert. Just a few minutes of focused breathing can help your brain slow down and prepare for sleep. Another wonderful step is social connection. You may think your opportunities to connect with others are limited, but in truth, even a phone call, a short walk with a friend, or a gentle class like yoga or Tai Chi can provide a deep sense of connection and calm. Also, don't hesitate to seek professional support if you feel prolonged anxiety or depression. There are doctors and therapists who specialize in senior mental health. They not only listen, but also offer thoughtful, gentle solutions tailored to your needs. Another important note: avoid stimulating the mind at night. Many people have a habit of watching the news, scrolling through social media, or consuming stressful content before bed. This can activate the brain and make deep sleep harder to reach. Instead, choose activities that bring you inward, like light reading, guided meditation, or a warm, kind conversation with a loved one. That you can also create your own sleep ritual, a calming routine before bed that helps signal to your body and mind that it's time to rest. Dim the lights, soak your feet in warm water, sip a cup of chamomile tea, or light a bit of soothing essential oil. That if you still find yourself waking at 3 a.m., don't panic. Gently sit up, breathe deeply, and tell yourself, "My body is sending me a signal, and I will listen calmly." You might meditate for a few minutes, or write down a few thoughts, then return to bed when you feel ready. Sleep is not just the body's time to rest. It's also a space for the soul to heal. When you learn to care for and listen to your emotions, you're nurturing your sleep and the life within you. Thank you for staying with me on this journey. In the next and final part, we'll reach the heart of the story. What exactly is happening inside your body when you wake at 3 a.m., and how can you turn that moment into a natural, positive rhythm in your golden years? The 3 a.m. moment. A message from within. We walk together through the physical and emotional changes that affect sleep in older age. Now, it's time to look directly at what's keeping you awake, that 3 a.m. moment, and discover what's really happening inside your body. First, here's something you should know. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't always a problem. Sometimes, it's simply a natural part of aging, as your sleep cycle changes with age. That uninterrupted 8-hour sleep you once had in your youth may now be broken into smaller pieces. You go to bed earlier, wake up earlier, and might find yourself stirring in the middle of the night. Biologically, sleep consists of 4 to 5 cycles each night, each lasting about 90 minutes. Deep sleep tends to dominate the first half of the night. When you wake up around 3 a.m., it's likely your body has just completed a cycle, and it's a natural point where the brain transitions from deep sleep to a lighter stage. For older adults, the threshold for waking during this phase is lower. Even a fleeting thought can stir you. But what happens next is what truly matters. You can lie there, struggling to fall back asleep, or you can view that moment as a gentle nudge. Your body is asking you to listen. Are you thirsty? Are you worrying about something? Or perhaps you've simply had enough rest, and now you have the chance to enjoy a peaceful, early morning? When we shift our perspective about waking up too early, we can turn it into an opportunity, not a setback. Did you know that in many ancient cultures, 3 to 4 a.m. was considered a sacred hour? A time of mental clarity, silence, and deep awareness. Monks, poets, and even traditional Eastern physicians have referred to this hour as when the body refreshes its energy. The lungs, organs connected to breath and emotion, are believed to be at their most active during this time. According to traditional Chinese medicine. Of course, you don't need to wake up and start meditating or writing poetry, but you can learn to live more gently with your new biological rhythm. Instead of fighting against being awake, create a soothing scenario in case you do wake up. Keep a soft nightlight by your bed. Have a warm glass of water ready. Keep a light book or soft instrumental music nearby. Relax, breathe slowly. And if sleep returns, let it come naturally. If after 20 to 30 minutes you still can't fall back asleep, don't toss and turn in bed. Gently get up, sit in a cozy chair, read something calming, and return to bed when you feel ready. Remember, your bed is for sleep, not for worrying. Your evening habits also play a crucial role in minimizing 3 a.m. wake-ups. You can try eating dinner early and keeping it light. Avoid caffeine and sugar. Turning off electronic devices at least an hour before bedtime. Creating a personal bedtime ritual, a warm foot soak, gentle massage, or listening to a guided meditation. Writing down your to-do list for the next day, so your mind doesn't have to process it in the middle of the night. And most importantly, don't stress if you can't fall back asleep right away. The quality of your sleep is more important than the number of hours. If you get 5 to 6 hours of deep sleep and wake up feeling refreshed and healthy, that's perfectly normal for someone over 50. Remember, the goal isn't to sleep like you did when you were young, but to adapt your lifestyle to this new phase. A calm mind, flexible body, and positive habits. That's the true foundation of restorative sleep and a fulfilling life. If you're still feeling concerned about waking up at 3 a.m., try looking at it with fresh eyes. It's an invitation to better understand your body, adjust your rhythm, and nurture sleep in a way that fits your age. Care for your body and mind with gentleness, patience, and self-love. Thank you for staying with me through this entire video. If you found today's insights helpful, Don't hesitate to leave a comment or share this video with a loved one, someone who might also be waking up at 3 a.m., quietly seeking comfort. And remember, you are not alone, and you can take control of your sleep and of your life at any age. I look forward to seeing you in future videos, where we'll continue the journey of living well, peacefully, and with purpose, no matter what stage of life you're in. If this video has helped you understand yourself and the changes that come with aging, please leave a comment and share your thoughts. And if you're experiencing a sleepless night, come back here, like returning to a gentle friend. If you know someone who needs this, send it to them, because sometimes one quiet video is all it takes for someone to sleep better. Thank you, and may you have a peaceful night.